Hey, Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuzana, MetabolicMasterpiece.com. It's Friday, November 27th. Gonna have some footage from our leg workout coming at you. More footage training with Sarah, putting her through back and bicep workout, as well as every meal that I eat for the day. It's gonna be a refeed day for me, so we are going out for some gourmet burgers tonight. Looking forward to sharing this day with you. Woke up at 6:30 a.m., grabbed myself a cup of coffee with a drop of 2% milk, then just after 9:30 had 2/3 cup of oats, 3/4 cups of blueberries, and a scoop of chocolate diesel protein powder. Got ready to hit the gym for 10:30, where I was meeting up with Rick and Sarah. Killer leg workout coming on. We already did 8 sets of 8 for the squats. Now we're moving on to some hack squats here, going for, I think Rick and I were going for 4 to 6 reps. Sarah was getting around the 6 to 8 rep mark here and really working on her depth. So if you saw our video from yesterday, we were working on her range of motion with the squat. She's got a great range of motion, so we might as well utilize that. And she's looking really good here on the hack squat, breaking parallel, feeling comfortable, keeping that tension on the quads, not coming all the way up and locking out at the top. Next, we hit some Romanian deadlifts using the T-bar row. So this is something that she hasn't done before. She doesn't have an apparatus like this at the gym, so I thought I'd introduce her to it, and she can carry this over using a barbell or using some dumbbells. And her form was looking really good here. We're just working on feeling that tension in the hamstrings on the way back, contracting those hamstrings and squeezing those glutes and thrusting the hips forward. So it's completely a hip hinge movement here. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, brief pause, squeeze those hamstrings and glutes, and thrust forward. It really, really helps to keep that little arch in the lower back. You don't want to be rounding your back here. You don't need to touch the floor or reach really low on this. You're just going as far back as your hips will allow you. When you have your chest up, shoulders up, you're going to feel a much greater stretch in the hamstrings a lot sooner than if you're rounding out the back. Next, we moved on to, we did some leg presses for 12 to 15 reps, and now we're hitting some 21s for leg extensions. Checking out the freaky details in Rick's quads here. So doing 7 lower, 7 upper, and 7 full. At this point, our legs were exhausted. Feeling a great pump, a great burn. You can see all the different little muscle fibers twitching along Rick's quads. It's fun to see in person when you see all the little details twitching along there. It's pretty freaking fascinating. I was doing the leg curls next. Well, we all were, and top range first. So I was just letting Sarah know that. I mean, it's very easy. I see a lot of people, this top range is the easiest portion of the movement, and they rush through it. They're using momentum. You want to make sure that you engage the hamstrings first. So squeeze, contract those hamstrings, then squeeze down. And at the bottom, a brief little pause. Like, really make sure that you're contracting those hamstrings. It's not going to feel heavy, but you can make it more challenging. Use that opportunity to really enhance that mind-muscle connection and feel those hamstrings doing all of the work in that top range of motion. The bottom range, you definitely feel it. You're going to feel that intense contraction in a big way, and then it's a big challenge here doing the full range. I like toes pointing towards my knees here, towards my shins, really trying to isolate those hamstrings, keeping that back pressed firmly against that bench. Then had a post-workout meal. 3 extra large eggs and some toast. I cooked the eggs in a bit of coconut oil, and I love sprinkling some ground black pepper on top of the eggs. Later on, 3 o'clock, brought Sarah back to the gym. This time it was just her getting in a killer back and bicep workout, working on her barbell row here, really learning to engage the back muscles first rather than turning this into like a bicep workout. See a lot of people use a ton of momentum, really rocking at the hips, really using their biceps to pull that weight up. So you're going to see Sarah here engage the lats first by retracting the shoulder blades. So squeezing those shoulder blades back together a bit, and then driving the elbows back. So really trying to take the biceps out of this movement, keep all the tension on the back. Picture perfect form here, so you staying nice and steady, no momentum. And by retracting the shoulder blades first too, you really take a lot of the momentum out of the movement. So really, really focusing on those back muscles. She was kicking butt here. That's like picture perfect. Then kind of carrying that same technique over here to the dumbbell row. Retract that shoulder blade, drive the elbow up. Nice, steady form. And as well, in the past, Sarah was mentioning that she had a tendency to really kind of keep that elbow tucked in close and driving it more straight up and feeling the traps getting involved. Here you're retracting the shoulder blade, driving that elbow up, but also back, kind of towards those hips. Excellent. Tend to feel it a little bit lower in the lat area instead of just the traps. So now we're working on her bicep curls. It was a blast doing some incline dumbbell bicep curls with her and really getting her to engage the biceps first instead of using momentum out of the bottom. And then we finished off with some barbell curls here. So keeping those shoulders back, keeping those elbows a little forward, locked into her sides, engaging the biceps before she raises the bar. So before you begin curling that bar up, you want to squeeze those biceps. She's got some great little veinage there in her biceps too. And this is at the end of her building phase. I can only imagine how much those details are going to pop out as she gets through her next cutting phase. And I really can't wait to see the muscle that she's built up throughout this building phase as she reveals it during this cutting phase. She's putting in a lot of hard work, building up her body, shaping it, and it's going to be impressive when she cuts down. It's impressive what she's got going on right now. So just before 5 o'clock, a small little bowl of ice cream before we head out to Mamo Burger, where I had a wake and bacon, so bacon and egg on my burger with melted cheddar cheese. Christy had a Hawaii 5-0, so pineapple, tomato. I think it's either turkey or chicken that she had there. No bun. She's got jalapeno slaw there, coleslaw. Adam had a peanut butter jelly burger. There's a sriracha strawberry jam and jalapenos in there. And then the Mamarita is what Sarah had. Lots of fun. Came home, had a bowl of cereal, had some other treats. It was a big refeed night for me tonight.